You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the #1 horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Well, good Friday morning, everybody. I am Glenn the Geek coming to you from Morriston, Florida.
I'm Jamie Jennings, and I'm in Norman, Oklahoma. By the way, I think it sounds cooler when you say Ocala.
People know where that is. Yeah.
You just say that.
Okay.
I'm Jamie Jennings in Norman, Oklahoma, speaking of cool. And you're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network for Friday, August 2nd, episode 3489, brought to you today by Kentucky Performance Products. Good morning, horse people.
Now, normally I play a bumper here, but I have something I think is more appropriate. Chris Burton is an Australian rider who did pretty well at the Olympics, and there was this news story that was on a reel I saw interviewing Chris. So this just says it all about Australians right here.
And eventers,
exactly.
Australian equestrian star Chris Burton has won a silver medal at the Olympics, which is very exciting. But if there was an Olympics for post-event interviews, I reckon he is a good shot at gold.
Have you had a beer to celebrate yet or anything? Or?
Mate, I'm pleased you brought that up. I've been whisked away. I've been taken for a urine sample. I've been taken from press conference to press conference asking the same generic crap. And all I want to do is see my mates and colleagues on the team and my wife and family and have a beer. But I'll catch up, don't worry.
Lucky he's had that urine sample already. Gee. Now, speaking of playing catch up, I reckon these reporters need to try and catch him tomorrow, Arvo, instead.
I'm a bit surprised you didn't want to do these interviews tomorrow because we normally turn up completely hungover and they're the best interviews you ever get. I don't know why you want to hear from a sober eventing guy.
If that's sober, Chris, I cannot wait to see drunk, sassy Chris, let me tell you.
I don't know why you want to hear from a sober.
Australian equestrians...
I love it. And by the way, I've now seen an interview of the last time he won a medal, and they interviewed him the next day, and they're like, basically, I mean, they're like, are you okay? Like, he was so hungover. It was like, he looked just like he had been hit by a car. It was awesome.
He is right. They all ask the same question. How do you feel about winning? That's the question every reporter asks down the line.
I was on the red carpet for a thing, and literally everybody's like, who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? I'm like, who cares?
I don't even know. Walmart.
Yeah.
Dean Reeves is going to join us today to talk about winning the Coronation Cup and meeting King Charles. Auditors Caitlin and Charly are going to do a Kerrits product review for us. And it's prize time for Really Bad Ads. We're going to give some prizes away today. We'll hang around for a couple minutes for an Auditor post show. But first, Olympics time. Well, dressage has their final round tomorrow for the team medals. Now, all three of our riders for the United States are out. Apparently, Stephen Peters' horse also had a bit of trouble during staying focused during the test. He actually said he has talked about retiring in the past. And in an article I read yesterday, he said, I'm going to give my future some long, hard thought. So we'll see what he does. But Germany is in the lead right now in dressage. Denmark, Great Britain in third, Netherlands and Sweden. And the jumping final just finished before we started recording this on a Friday. And Great Britain with their second team gold in equestrian. I mean, they could...
Spoiler alert. I mean, I was only watching it last night, didn't finish it.
Well, sorry.
I mean, those jumps are just... utterly bananas. I mean, geez, it is crazy. So you watch eventing and you're like, I'm glad they did eventing first because you get to experience the excitement of the cross country, which pieces together why the dressage is the way it is and why the show jumping is only 4'3"
in the
or
minor
whatever.
leagues. Yeah.
But when you add that middle element, it makes it all make sense because I remember last Olympics, they did the dressage before they did the eventing dressage. And I was like, this is terrible. Oh my God. But at least you get to see, I like that setup to do the eventing first, because then you watch show jumping and you're like, oh my God, eventers are weenies. Oh, wait a second. They did that whole cross country thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Carl Cook was the reserve and got put in because one of the horses wasn't feeling well. And I watched his test this morning, and he went clear. He's a nice rider, actually, Carl. Do you think Kaylee watches it anymore?
I was going to say, why are you talking about one individual named Carl Cook, Glenn? I wonder why.
I doubt she's watching. I don't know. Maybe she is. But Great Britain now 2 golds in equestrian, and they could end up with a third, second, probably in dressage. So not too bad for Great Britain. And France got third in jumping, which of course made the home team very happy.
So, I got to tell you, we have major Olympic fever here. I can't get anybody else to watch any equestrian anything with me. But last night we watched the Simone Biles, the team, the individual gymnastics. Oh my God, these people are amazing. I'm so proud to be an American.
Said in that one
fantastic.
jump, she gets 17 feet in the air. And it had to be.
It was crazy.
It was.
And they showed a comparison with the guy versus her male counterpart on the men's team, and she got higher than him. But I got to give it up for Steve. Have you been made aware of Steve?
Steve, not the accountant guy in the male.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So he's not an accountant. He's like studying engineering, and oh my God, it just makes me so happy. I watched an interview with him, and they're like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I just want to go game." Like he plays like hours and hours of video games and does the pommel horse. Like that's what he does. He's so fantastic. I just love it. He's been fun to watch. The gymnastics is so exciting, and I fast forward to the swimming. I know that's terrible, but I do. And it's just, I love the Olympics. It's so fun. And I'm sorry, is there anything greater in the country right now than Snoop Dogg? I mean, come on.
And how is he at all those places? He seems to be everywhere.
He's everywhere at every event. It's so cool. I mean, he must just have a team of people whisking him around, but he is just doing so fantastic. Every time he's on screen, he's got the added benefit. Like if he screws something up, he's high. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And he wears sunglasses, so you can't see his eye.
There's no expectations of Snoop Dogg.
Zero. I mean,
if he gets something right, you're impressed.
He's like a gangster rapper involved in like murderous things that happened in his past, and now he's like the national mascot for the United States of for the Olympics. Like, I just think it's fantastic. I mean, he has rebranded himself to the nth degree. Now I had quit watching The Voice, but now he's going to be a coach on The Voice, and I think I have to get involved again.
Really?
Yes. Yes, how cool is that?
That's funny. I haven't seen The Voice in years.
No, me neither.
I was watching a lot of volleyball yesterday.
Oh, shocker. Why was that, Glenn?
No, actually, I was watching the team volleyball. They actually wear clothes.
Oh. So the team girls get to wear clothes and the individual girls have to wear bikinis?
A couple of the beach volleyball, which is really cool because it's set right below the Eiffel Tower, and it packs it out, 14,000 fans. They apparently don't have an empty seat for beach volleyball. But a couple of the beach volleyball teams, they were actually wearing spandex shorts. And not.
Oh, good.
Jennifer came in a little bit last night when the beach volleyball was on, and she's like, they should be required to at least wear clothes.
I mean, something.
Some of them are not wearing much. There's a reason 14,000 people are in the stands.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, let's do some daily Whinnies. Well, I have a couple of auditor birthdays. Tammy Melanie Miskovsky, who said that I was going to pronounce her name wrong. So let me know.
But go ahead.
Miskovsky. It's Miskovsky.
Sorry, Melanie.
No, it's
You're
Miskovsky.
welcome. Okay. Go with that.
I'm going with that. She'll correct. What are you saying?
Miksovsky.
I can't even say it after you say it. So Melanie, she was going to be all happy when I screwed up her name this year. She wrote that in the auditor room.
Well, she wins.
Now she's thrilled I screwed up her name. Tammy Fawcett, Melanie with the last name, Patty Otto, your neighbor, and Sarah Welk Bainham. Happy birthday to all of you. It's Patty's birthday.
Happy birthday, Patty. We're going to get pedicures tomorrow. So now I know why she
now
texted
you're
me.
You're celebrating with pedicures.
I'll bring the wine.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Okay, so I got to be quiet with this one. So Wednesday after the show, I got a notification and it was like, boop, 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 your flight is 24 hours out. And I was like, what flight? I don't have a flight scheduled. I haven't paid for a flight. I don't have a flight. And I don't know anybody who's flying, because you know how sometimes you can you get notifications of people if they include you on their travel itinerary. Like, your flight's 24 hours out. I was like, I don't have a flight or know anybody who's flying. And so I logged on to the account, and it's a flight that is heading from Atlanta to Oklahoma City. I was like, well, that's one of two people. And I called my brother and I was like, hey, so who's coming to flying in tomorrow? Oh, Dad's coming. Oh, wait, what do you mean Dad's coming? Dad's coming to see me tomorrow? He was like, yeah, I booked him a flight.
They didn't tell you?
Cool. Awesome. No, so thanks to my dad, Daily Whinnie, for traveling out to see us. Yeah, he's just staying till Sunday. It was just this quick pop-up weekend trip, and they just booked it and nobody told me. But of course, the spare bedroom is upstairs, and my dad is almost 80. So it's quite a bit of prep work to prepare a bed for him downstairs where he doesn't have to go up and down the stairs. Anyway, it was a big deal. And thanks for coming, Dad. It's super fun. He's playing Legos right now with Lucas. So
well, and you'll be at pedicures anyway. So apparently you won't.
Why do you think I could go? Grandpa, you're hanging with Lucas.
Hey, I saw pictures on your Facebook page yesterday. How much hay did you end up getting off your 10 acres?
Well, we only hay about 8 acres this time, and typically I leave take the horses off of it. And so in the past we've gotten 20, but I didn't think I was going to hay this year. I was like, I'm not doing it. And then we just got so much rain. It was so lush and beautiful and just got thicker and thicker. So about 3 weeks ago, I pulled the horses off of it, and we got 14 round bales of utter beautiful perfection hay.
It looked good. Yeah.
It's so pretty that the hay farmer goes, man, if only everybody took care of their pasture the way you do. And I was like, ding, 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 I'm a winner. That's the nicest compliment ever.
And you only took the horses off of it 3 weeks ago?
Yes. Because I wasn't going to do it. Well, it just kept getting better and nicer and taller and thicker, and my horses weren't keeping up with it. And I was like, it's starting to get dangerous out there because it's so tall. And 2 horses wear muzzles, so it's so tall, and they're not keeping it back. And I worry about all the critters underneath the hay, underneath the grass. And so when they cut it, whoosh, gone. All the hay's laying down. They raked it a couple of times. But you know what happens when you cut hay that's that long? Every animal within 100 miles is in your pasture hunting. I have had these 2 coyotes have been outside. I'm like, I can't let the chickens out, but and our neighbor was like, you want me to come shoot them? And I'm like, no, we're going to shoot the coyotes in my field. They're eating mice. They're just innocently hunting mice. It's not like they're attacking humans. But that is such a thing here in Oklahoma. Do they do that in Florida? See a coyote, you want me to shoot it?
I don't think that's so much. Wild pigs here. I mean, that's the big thing here. And you're supposed to shoot them. I mean, they encourage you to shoot them here. But
they want you to shoot the pigs and kill the snakes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Neither of which I'm going to do. But yeah, so I've just been watching coyotes out in my field, jump down in the little holes and eat. And they're totally not afraid right now. They're like, we're grubbing. It's fine. We're preparing for winter. They are. It's fun to watch. And I mean, just the crows and the buzzards and just so much wildlife in my backyard. It's been kind of cool.
Did you see, before we go to Dean, did you see that neither one of us are ever going to Casper, Wyoming again after truck accident there? A semi-truck carrying a shipment of king cobras from a scientific research lab overturned on Interstate 25, releasing hundreds of venomous snakes onto the highway.
Oh, no. No.
They apparently called 25 different people who, catch snakes and stuff. Fire departments, all kinds of people to try and wrangle the snakes, but they never did say how many they got back.
I was going to say, do they know how many got out, and do they know how many
Well,
they
said
got back?
hundreds, but they don't. There's no clarification.
King cobras? Like,
Yeah.
what are they doing? Probably this winter they'll all die. It's Wyoming. I mean, right? So, but like, I read that they had heat-seeking drones, like to try to find the snakes.
I'd have to move if I lived there. I'd just have to move.
I'm sorry.
House is for sale for nothing because nobody wants it.
Please, somebody, I'm just leaving. It's fine. I'm just gone.
Residents in
so
nearby
crazy.
areas have been advised to stay indoors and report any sightings of snakes. Yeah, no kidding. It's like, stay indoors for how long? Forever?
You now bar the door and plug all the holes into the house. Like, I'm never leaving. It's so crazy. And the truck was mangled and looks like it caught on fire too. I mean, it looked like a mess. But yeah, king cobras.
Did you see the
Cool.
name of the site it was actually listed on? Trucker's
No.
Wall of Shame. It was the name of the Facebook page. So that guy
I
is
don't know
definitely
if
on the
I
wall of
should-
shame.
Yeah. I don't know if I should join that page to laugh or join the page to cry.
I'm sure there's some funny things, when truckers have accidents, when it's silly putty, an entire truckload of silly putty, but king cobras, different story. All right.
What happened to the truck overturns and all the chickens get loose and they're
Yes.
free?
Yes.
Like those are the good stories.
Yes. King cobras, not so much. All right, let's take a break for Kentucky Farms Products, and we'll come back with Dean Reeves of Reeves Thoroughbred Racing. He's been on the show many times before with his lovely wife, Patty, and they traveled to England in June and did quite well over there, including meeting the king.
Frequently asked questions, brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products. Is it necessary to feed additional fat or oil to my horse when I supplement with a natural vitamin E powder like Elevate? No, it is not necessary to provide additional fat or oil to your horse when supplementing with the natural vitamin E contained in Elevate Maintenance Powder. A typical horse will consume enough fat from their diet to support the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. An exception to the rule would be a horse that is severely malnourished or one that has a medical condition that interferes with fat absorption. Most horse people don't consider hay and pasture as sources of dietary fat, but they are. For example, mixed grass pasture contains between 2 and 4% fat, depending on the variety of grass. Hays contain between 1.5 to 3% fat. If your horse is eating 15 pounds of hay, that diet is providing from 1/4 to 1/2 pound of fat per day. You can learn more about Elevate and natural vitamin E at kppusa.com. Got questions about your feeding program? We can help. Email Karen at questions@kppusa.com.
I would like to welcome to the show Dean Reeves of Reeves Racing. Dean, how are you?
Well, I think I'm doing pretty well. I have not come down from cloud 11 after getting to get over to Europe and win at Royal Ascot and meet King Charles III. That was a real thrill.
Oh my, can you believe you're saying that sentence like out of your mouth?
I know, construction contractor from Georgia goes over and meets King Charles. And I told him on the TV interview, I said, I think I'm the only guy from Georgia that's ever met King Charles.
That could be.
I would go with that.
People in Georgia don't get around a lot. So.
Hey, I'm from Georgia too, my friend. Don't you forget, I'm from Atlanta. But you're right. I've never met the king, so you run up on me.
Right, yeah.
So tell everybody why you were there.
Well, we bought a filly named Porta Fortuna last year after her first race as a 2-year-old over in actually she was trained and owned by Joseph O'Brien's mother, bred the horse, and it had been brought to my attention, and then some other friends heard of the horse, and so several of us went in. Most of the deal led by Medallion Racing, which is an offshoot of TaylorMade Sales, and a couple other guys, and we all teamed up and went in on the horse, and we went to Royal Ascot last year, and she won the Albany, and so we were pretty excited about that and had a good trip over there. And then, she got the winter off, and we came back, and she started out, and we were going to point toward the Coronation, which is a Group 1 3-year-old fillies going a mile. And so I really wasn't planning to go, and turned out one of the partners' wife wasn't planning to go, but he was. And Patty said, well, why don't you go with him and kind of make a guy's trip out of it? And I said, well, all right. So the week before, I made my reservations and headed over there and went to the race. Dang, if we didn't win the thing.
Is Patty kicking herself for not going with you?
Yeah, she's like, I had no idea you were going to, first of all, win the race, and then second, get to meet King Charles. So yeah, she hadn't been real happy about that, but she's handled it well.
I mean, do you know? I mean, one of the things that Patty and I love to talk about is wardrobe. She could have gone so high with the fascinator and like owned the wardrobe. That would have been her. That she really missed out.
I know. Well, now we're going over to Ireland for the next race, so she's not going to miss out on that. So
yeah, you'll have a travel partner forever.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting. We got over there, and I think we were third choice, and I felt like the filly was training well, and the jockey did a great job. With gates open, we were right in the perfect position, and she did a nice job of closing and getting the lead, in that last 100 yards. And, I was just thrilled that we had won the race, and we go back around, and, you get all the excitement in the pictures, and then you're going to go up on stage to get the trophy. And so we're kind of standing there waiting on that. And one of the gentlemen leans over that's in charge of the trophy presentations and says, pardon for the delay, but we're waiting on the king. And, and I went like, what? I didn't realize the king was about to give us the trophy. And so I said, well, what do you do? And the guy said, well, when you go up, you bow. And then if he reaches out, you can shake hands and so forth. So, I mean, we were all pretty nervous about the whole thing. So anyway, he came and went up there, and he was quite delightful. We had a nice conversation. I don't quite remember what we talked about because, your brain's not working at that point. And I do remember he said once we did the trophies and the pictures that we needed to step up closer to the front so the photographers could get a better picture. He said they liked that better. But we talked a little bit about the filly and so forth. But, it was really nice. It was, like I said, very delightful individual.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely awesome. And you didn't even know that was going to happen. What a surprise that had to be. Now, I feel like you have some sort of Midas touch when it comes to these horses. I mean, maybe we just talked to you about the successes, but for those who don't remember, you're the former owner of Mucho Macho Man, who just took the world by storm and has some really nice babies on the ground. And so being that this is a filly, are we going to planning a future potential match with Triple M?
Oh, well, I don't think so because, it's hard to say. I mean, a filly like this, this is Frankel material.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
This is as good a horse as I've had. And people ask me if it was as much as excitement as winning the Breeders' Cup Classic. And I said, I never thought I'd have anything match that, but with the combination of winning a Group 1 and meeting the king, I said, I put them as equal. So we got two of those, but this is a really nice filly. She's a very determined filly in her races. She just moves effortlessly. And it's really exciting to be a part of it.
Just a good old boy from Georgia. Love it.
You made me want to go look. The first time we talked to you and Patty was March 24th of 2011.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. That long ago?
Yep. Yep. Derby Hopeful. Owner of Kentucky Derby Hopeful Mucho Macho Man was the title.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
That's a real credit to both of us. We're still around.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
As much as Glenn tries, he's still here. He tries not to be here. So
Yeah.
I got to ask you, I got to go to Epson one time, and it was absolutely awesome. And there's so many differences I found on with the English, the UK tracks versus America. What were some of the things that you noticed and surprised you, or that you just thought stood out?
Well, I think anyone that really wants to see an event, they should go to Royal Ascot. I mean, it's, to get thousands, tens of thousands of men to wear a morning suit, top hat and coat, is an amazing thing to see. And the women are dressed up like, oh my gosh, just gorgeous. And the whole vibe there is so much fun. People are happy to be there. The racing is great. And of course, having the king come in and all of the royalty that's a part of it, it's just really cool. It's nothing like it. They're racetracks, they run uphill some on these, a straight uphill run. And, those horses are fit and they're strong. And that's a lot of why I think when they come over to the U.S., they win so many races.
Well, we're so excited and so proud. I thought when I was there, I thought the betting was really unique. I never walked up to a bookie and handed him some money. I thought it was really interesting to do that. Did you place a bet? Hopefully.
I did place a bet. You mentioned something that is really different. They set up their little spot out in the grass at the track, and they'll have 6 or 7 of them there, and they've all got all these numbers up there and different odds they'll give you, and you just kind of go up. You go to the bookie and place your bet, and it's kind of a neat way of doing it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years that way, I guess, and that is a really unique difference, is to having individual bookmakers putting odds up and you making your bets.
That sounds like something that would happen in rural Georgia illegally.
I felt like I was doing something illegal. I was like, I just give this guy money. What?
Yeah, don't spread that around, okay?
Well, Dean, we are so excited for you and so proud of you guys. And I'm so glad we've been able to stay connected through all these years. And congratulations on meeting the king. Oh, what an honor. And to win the race, which is awesome. So I look forward to a future date with her in Franklinton. I think that'd be, just fitting.
Yeah, that would work good. Well, it's always a pleasure to talk with you both. And I just cannot believe it's been that long that we've been chatting about horse racing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend, and tell Patty we said hi.
I sure do it. Y'all take care. Thanks.
As horse owners, we have an unlimited supply of love for our animals, but we tend to sometimes underestimate the cost of their vet care. Routine and unexpected expenses can quickly add up, making it hard to keep pace. Wouldn't it feel great to always be prepared with a budget-friendly way to manage these costs? The Care Credit Health and Animal Care Credit Card can give you that financial peace of mind. With flexible financing from Care Credit, you can get the care your horse needs, as well as all the pets in your family, and then pay over time in easy monthly payments. You can use Care Credit at more than 25,000 veterinary hospitals that accept the card, and use it to pay for everything from diagnostics and surgery to wellness exams and routine care. Care Credit, it's your card for a lifetime of care. Subject to credit approval. To learn more and apply, visit carecredit.com/horses.
For those that tuned in last week, you'll remember Jamie had some company, Caitlin and Charly, and Charly was the one that is going to be taking Taco Tuesday home. Has Taco made his way to Charly's house yet?
He leaves. Taco Tuesday leaves next Tuesday. It just seemed perfect.
That is perfect. And I'm sure she's very excited about getting Taco Tuesday.
I keep sending squishy selfie, little nose shots of him and face shots, and I text him pictures every day. So, yeah.
Well, they also were product reviewers in our latest round of product reviews brought to you by State Line Tack, and it was kids' products. So Charly ended up with the kids' microcord knee patch riding tight and the kids' Icefill light long sleeve riding shirt. And while they were at your house, you got to find out how things went.
And now it's time for the State Line Tack Auditor Product Review.
Well, I'm here with Charly and Caitlin, and we are going to talk about some of the cool clothes that Charly got to review. Caitlin, her mother, is sitting right here with me, and she's going to tell us what Charly got.
She got the kids' Kerrits microcord knee patch riding tights and the Icefill light long sleeve shirt.
Now, how did you feel about the Icefill shirt?
It was really nice, but never ride in the slightest bit cool weather, not even a nice breeze with it on, because then you'll be freezing.
So it actually worked. That's good. That's fantastic. And now I know Charly's at the age where we don't want to wear riding pants and we don't want to have anything tight. So what did you think about the riding pants?
I liked them. She's so active that I needed things that are going to last.
Yeah.
The problem is she'll wear her clothes all day. Even when she's done riding, we're still in them, climbing trees, running around, being a typical kid. So I needed things that were going to not rip apart when she was doing all those crazy little kid things, and they didn't. They've held up to it, and the stains come right out with a little stain remover.
See, we need a mom review. What do you think about the shirt? It was super cute.
It's so cute on her, and it's so lightweight. She wears a air vest while riding a lot of the times, and so even with that on, she was able to stay cool wearing that. So I was happy about that.
Cool. Well, there you go.
Easy, effective, and eco-friendly fly control starts with Fly Predators. Fly Predators are the organic, natural way to dramatically minimize your fly problem. Learn more about Fly Predators and other Spalding Labs fly control solutions at Spalding, SPALDING-labs.com.
So a lot's happening for me next week, mostly health related, but one of the things I have to do is my colonoscopy on Monday to see if the cancer's back, which means Sunday's going to be a joy. Prep for that's always fun. But then there's something else happening at the same time. So the next potential hurricane is heading up into the Gulf and is making a right-hand turn about where we are. As a matter of fact, I just pulled up the weather app, and you know how for hurricanes they make that big red slice and it makes the turn and, shows where the potential track is? Our little blue dot is right in the middle of the line that's in the middle of the track. And then
that's fun. Where is it now?
It's off of Cuba right now. And they're saying it might be just a tropical storm with 50, 60 mile an hour winds and 6 inches of rain, which for us is an afternoon thunderstorm. But also it could be a category 1 or 2. They're not sure. They're very not sure about this one. But what shocked me when I looked at this map on the weather app was we're only 10 miles from the Gulf now. Where we're moving, where the farm is only 10 miles from the Gulf. We're so much closer to the Gulf than we were before.
That'll be fun.
Like the little dot where it shows where the tropical storm is going is right over our house. So we're at a rental here in the same neighborhood. So that's good. At least the horses have a permanent barn to hang out in and stuff. But that should be fun. And I'll tell you where I'll really be mad is if I go through colonoscopy prep and they cancel it on Monday morning. That'll make me really mad if I have to do this twice. So wish me luck, everybody. So talk about timing. The other thing that makes me mad about that is it will slow down getting the property done. So that's the other thing that makes me mad about that. That's first world problem. I'll tell you what isn't a first world problem.
You're like worried what? Oh, what?
You guys all lived through the well drama. Remember me talking about the well every day for a month? We got the bill. Do you want to hear what that was?
I'm sure it was free.
$21,600. Yes. To dig a freaking well in Florida to find water.
Ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience, Scooter is now for sale.
There's a GoFundMe here right now for our well. Oh my God. Yeah. So there you go.
So they had to dig like 3 or 4. How many?
3 holes. They dug a total of 1,100 feet between the 3 holes.
Oh my God.
And they charge you for every foot. Jennifer made a good point about well companies. And I'm not too sure this group was the brightest, but they have you, because how do you know? They start digging, they charge you by the foot. They determine where they dig. And how do you know what they find or don't find? They could rip off everybody they dug a well for.
I know, but I hate to think of humans like that, because there's just such a...
But they could.
I hate
It's one of those businesses where they could, and you wouldn't
And
know.
they might have. You don't even know.
You don't even know. That's true. That is true. It's one of those things you don't have control over. You just don't. You just pay the bill and hope your water tastes good. It's like, anyway, so we got the storm coming and got all kinds of medical tests next week. And, we might end up with 10 inches of rain, which for Florida is not terrible.
Well, I'm getting a pedicure on Saturday, so...
And your dad's there to help out, so you're in good shape. You're in good shape. You want to do some really bad ads and give away some prizes?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's do it.
If you ain't met one by now, you're bound to sooner or later. He says one thing and he means another, but hey, he can't help it. He's a horse trader. Horse trading. Well, it's a laissez-faire. Let the buyer beware. Horse trading. They tell a low-down lie with a sincere stare. Horse trading. Well, if they're talking in circles and the deal ain't square, he's a master in the fine art of persuading. Horse trading.
That's right. It's time for really bad ads. That time of the week when listeners submit ads and we just have a little bit of fun with them, either from Craigslist or Facebook, mostly now. Horselovers.com, that's horselovers.com, is home to over 120,000 horse products for you, your horse, and your barn. And they provide us the products that we give away every month. And it's giveaway time because it was the end of the month this week. So we have a couple of prizes we're going to give away. Jamie, you're going to give me numbers between 1 and 212. So I have two prizes, the Kensington Fly Mask that we've talked about all month, and you're going to pick a number between 1 and 212.
199.
How did I know? Savannah K. Congratulations. Savannah is the winner of the Kensington Fly Mask. Horse lovers will be in touch with you to get sizes and an address and all of that. And then we have the Kensington Slow Feed Hay Bag.
4.
Which is my favorite number. So let's see who's on my favorite number. Beth Aswagan. I think that's how you say her last name.
I don't know.
Aswagan? Beth knows who she is. Congratulations, Beth. You now have a new slow feed hay bag from Kensington. Terrific products. We thank Kensington for providing them this month, and also for horselovers.com. That's horselovers.com. And you both will be hearing from Horse Lovers in the next week or two. Look forward to that. So how do people get entered to win the prizes every month? They have to submit an ad to Jennifer@horseradionetwork.com. And we don't always get to all of them, do we?
No, we certainly don't. But you're still in if you send anything. Rosemary, Allison, Amy, Cynthia, Allie, all you guys submitted some, and you were all in. And now, are these people going for prizes for next month?
Nope, they were for today. So you have to start
August
over.
2nd?
Resubmit.
No, this is new month. New month. I'm calling shenanigans. This is August 2nd.
We need
These
the
people,
ads,
you're
so
all
let's just tell them
entered.
to resubmit. It's new ones.
Okay, well, resubmit and then whatever. Andrew sent this one in, and it is, I think it's a Facebook post. I can't see the top of it and tell you where it's from. I don't know if this will get approved or not, but here's hoping. I have an engagement ring appraised at $6,750. Anyone out there willing to trade a horse for it?
Okay, divorce, or was it not quite to divorce? They never got married. Which one
I
was
don't
it?
know. So, like, my brother had to return one because he proposed and then she broke up with him and he gave it back.
Oh, I thought immediately this was the girl and didn't give it back, and she's hawking the
Oh, no,
ring
this
for a
is
horse.
totally the girl.
Yeah.
Boys don't trade engagement rings for horses. Let me finish. Sounds like a joke. It is not. We'll post photos and comments if approved. Looking for something broke. Walk, trot, lope, or canter. All around type, Western and or barrels. Ding, ding, it's a girl. Needed for a growing lesson program, so I really don't want something that needs, quote, time. Breed doesn't matter, but nothing gated. Local to Northeast Ohio if possible. Negative or unhelpful comments can be kept to yourself. How about questions? Can we ask questions?
Now, at what point, what has to happen for you to keep the ring as the girl?
He broke up with her.
Is that the rule?
I don't know. That's what I would do.
I got screwed in my first engagement then.
How?
She broke up with me and kept the ring.
Call her up. Get her. Give me her number. I will call her on the phone right now.
Yeah, I can see if the guy really screws up keeping the ring, but if she does the breaking up, shouldn't it be given the ring back?
Yes, you're a wuss. You should have demanded the ring back.
I was glad to be done with that, actually, at that point. So.
Oh, so it was mutual. See, maybe she did that on purpose. But yeah, so I
don't think I spent $6,700 on the ring either, to be honest.
If some guy bought me a ring and was like, I'm gonna marry you, here's your ring, and then like cheated on me or broke up with me, I'd be like, you ain't getting this back ever.
I'm gonna trade it for a horse.
I'm gonna trade it for a horse on Facebook.
Lori sent this one in. 1999 Chevrolet 1500 extended cab, short bed. Sounds good. Every horse person needs a truck. Description. Truck runs and drives great. Has a cracked frame and body mounts are rusting out. That's the part that holds the frame. So it doesn't drop onto the road. We'll consider trades for hunting items, pop-up camper, or boat. Yeah, you'll consider trade for anything with your rusted out, cracked frame truck.
Wait, it runs and drives great, but like the whole inside can just drop to the ground.
Yeah, the whole thing's going to drop onto the ground at some point here soon.
What a deal. Only $1,200. Cool.
There you go. You know what? This is the perfect truck to pull one of our trailers of the week. It's perfect.
That'd be the cutest couple ever. Brooklyn sent this one in. You always give me the ones with no punctuation.
Oh, I couldn't even read this one. It made my eyes go cross-eyed.
Really cute pictures of a buckskin little horse
with an enormous saddle.
Big old Western saddle on. All right. Heel horse for sale. She 19. She a easy keeper. She has a lot of gas if you won't. 2 rope. R run. Barrel. R poles. R brake. BRAKE. She your horse call. Me R. PM for question.
What going on?
What did I just read?
It's kind of cute, though. Danielle sent this one in. It's a registered paint horse for $1,800 in Choctaw. Don't know where that is.
Oh, my God. There's a Choctaw in Oklahoma. Oh, this looks like an Oklahoma ad right here.
It does, yeah. Well, that's interesting because I can't read it. It's all misspelled.
I know.
I'll do my best. A beautiful Tabiano. Tabiano is spelled right. Every other word in this sentence is spelled wrong, but Tabiano they got right.
Or Tobiano, whatever. It's fine.
Mare born, B-O-R-N-E, in 2008 from both registered parents, very well-mannered, and kids friendly saddle and bid trained, but it can use more work. I have her certification in hand and she is ready for new home.
I can't imagine how you could spell beautiful like that. Beautiful, like Beautiful, obviously.
And saddle. Saddle is one of those words like gilding and gelding.
Thoroughbred.
Yeah, that we get spelled wrong all the time. Saddle gets misspelled wrong. It's SADDEL here. Yes.
Obviously, it's a Saddell.
Now, to go with the
1999
Chevrolet 1500 extended cab short bed for $1,200, we have our trailer of the week. And your trailer of the week comes with a bonus. And this was sent in by Jamie.
Oh, not me.
Horse trailer and horse. Need gone, no fault of his own. He's a Pasofino 14 hands. He's gated. He is broke, but can be stubborn. And it's a little two-wrap horse-rounded front trailer. I mean, the trailer's fine. It actually has air in the tires and everything. And then you get to see the butt end of the Pasofino, because my guess is they couldn't get to the front to take the picture. That's my guess. Because he's a little stubborn. I told Jennifer.
He's so skinny. Dude, this is a gated horse for your wife, Glenn, and you get a free trailer.
Yeah, well, the problem with that...
It's a free trailer, Glenn.
I told her to. I did bring this ad to her this morning, or she brought it to us. Actually, she doesn't. And I said, it is a gated horse. You've been looking for a gated horse. It comes with a horse trailer. It's perfect situation, and he can be stubborn, just like the horse you have now. And she didn't appreciate that at all. So she did not.
At least you didn't say it can be stubborn, just like you.
No, I didn't say that. No, I'm not. I'm smart enough for that. We've been married a long time. I got that one down.
Oh God. Well, I mean, maybe it's a match made in heaven. You can only call and find out. So who submitted this ad? This was Jamie. We need the phone number. Thank you. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be great if Jen got a really bad ad horse because of live on the air?
No.
Yes, I've done it. Your turn.
No.
Okay.
I think she's looking for something a little bigger than this Pasofino, too.
Faye said the next one in. All I'm saying is, we could do a wish list like this next ad.
In other words, do something for the show, Glenn.
ISO. I'm the only one who completely gets my butt kicked by horses regularly on this show for the sake of the network.
And I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. ISO for a client. Phase into this one in. Requirements. See, this is what Jen needs to do, and we'll read it on Really Bad Ads, and I'll just pretend that she misspelled things. Okay. ISO for a client, ! Requirements. 5K is max budget. Oh, this should be good. Within 5 hours of Aiken, South Carolina. Forward thinking. If you can describe this horse with words like quiet, push, kick, dull, lazy, it's not for us.
Well, that's perfect. That's what we are looking for.
Ability to eventually to 2-6 low-level hunters and jumpers. Purchase only. Wish list. Between 15.1 and 16.2 hands. Between 6 yo and 14 yo. OTTB. Some kind of show experience. Barefoot. No rear, bolt, or overly exuberant buck. Remember, this is a wish, not a requirement. Things that don't matter to us. Movement. We don't need to win the hacks at Bruce's, so washing machines are welcome. Ugly legs. Old Roy fought off a cougar in his youth and has a scar, but is sound. Bring it on. We prefer straight legs, but slight pigeon-toed or toed out won't scare us. Maintenance within reason. Injections, supplements, body work, full set of shoes, all fine. However, if we need to reattach a leg every other week to do cross rails, that won't work for us. I mean, good luck.
$5,000. They won a lot for $5,000.
So basically something that is like super forward and gamey and jumps and is sound that has show experience for $5,000. Good luck. Yay. Cool.
Sandra sent the next one in. Don't know where. My quarter horse mare is close to broke. You can saddle and sit on her. She will not. She will not walk on her on. She will not walk on her on. That's what it says. Her name is Halo. She is the youngest. She's 8. The thoroughbreed has been ridden before, just not recently. He is 18-ish. His name is Rusty. It's appropriate, actually. Taff is
by the way, thoroughbred, as we talked about earlier, is misspelled.
Yeah,
and
thoroughbreed.
Ryden is also misspelled. Cool.
But his name's appropriate. Taff is a Palomino. He is 8 or 9. I can't remember. He has had some training. This is a whole list of horses. It just dawned on me that we're doing a whole bunch of horses here. Taff is
exactly. Each one is, and I was like, why is the horse broke? But you hasn't been written. What? Okay, yeah, it's just all of each sentence is a different horse for sale.
This is a divorce, and he got the horses and just putting them up for sale. Taff is a Palomino. He is 8 or 9. I can't remember. Has had some training and can sit on him. Well, that's good. Winchester.
I mean, jeez.
Winchester is the 8 or 9. He is a paint and not broke at all. Okay. Rainey is 20 or more. He is really old paint. Bentley is 8 or 9, I believe, and he is the mini. It's like we can see him because there's no picture, but he's describing it like we know exactly who these horses are.
Everything is 8 or 9 or really old.
Really old, and none of them have been touched in a while. Would really like to see $1,500 for the horse, $2,000 for the horse and tack. Wait a minute, he didn't mention any tack. I don't get which horse he's talking about. We'll work on price on some. Mini is spoken for. Well, why put him in the ad?
So let me get this straight. We've got a quarter horse mare. It's close to broke. You can sit on her. I mean, she won't walk, but it's obviously, if you can sit on them, they're pretty close to broke. Okay. The thoroughbreed has been ridden before, but he's fairly rusty. And bonus, his name is Rusty. I would like to point out something that I've noticed as a person who has purchased large amounts of questionable horses. What do you think the age everybody says the horse is that they're selling?
8 or 9.
If you could guess. You got it. So if anybody says he's 8, but they don't have any papers, that is literally a guess. When I bought Maverick, the guy told me he was 8. And I wanted something about 15. I wanted something with more miles on it. And so, but they said he was 8. I was like, I'll go look. And I went and looked at him. When I went and looked at him, I looked at his teeth, and I'm like, oh, he's 15. So when I got him back and I remember he's like, oh no, he's 8 and he's telling us the day's long, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. You think I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm actually happier with the less sound older horse, but whatever, it's fine. So when I did the brand research, because he has a brand and there's a Facebook page called Horse Brands, and I submitted his brand and got put in touch with his old owner. And they were like, oh, that's because they had said his name was, I don't remember what they said his name was. Oh, Buck, of course. And she was like, oh, that's Maverick. He was foaled here 15 years ago. And I was like, yes.
It is convenient that 3 out of the 6 horses here are between 8 and 9.
2, 3, 4. 3. Yeah, we got really old and 8 or 9. Yeah. So basically, don't ever take anybody's word for it. If they're selling a great horse with no papers, that is 8 or 9. They're always lying. Always. All right, Steph sent the next one in. Sorry, that was a little bit of a diatribe there. Steph sent that's what I do. The theme today is no punctuation. Cool. This is Bonne.
Boney?
3 Bonnne. 3-year-old Palomino gelding, that green, broke 14.5, 5 emoji, that have a lot rides on him. He's good with cars he's been reading.
He's been reading on the road.
Hey, on the road.
Pay attention when you're reading. That's a dangerous place to read.
He goes through water. He doesn't buck anymore. Just
used to.
Just needs more time. He goes left, right, but he struggles to go backwards. He does not bite or gets weird when he's getting. Why the hell did I read? What?
God. We really need to do something about the schools in this country. We really do.
I mean, our public education system in some locations is really struggling. I wish I knew where this was. It's a Facebook page, but again,
guessing, looking at the pictures,
is it Jen who's cutting out the top of them with the screenshot, or is it the people?
The people send the screenshots. So I'm guessing, looking by the looks of this, that it's dead or winter, so it's hard to tell.
Super cute.
The South,
I think,
probably
because
Alabama.
I can't see his whole face.
I'm guessing Alabama.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I would have read it totally different. And then you gave me the next one too. So yay, that's fun. Maisie sent this one in. Grade 7-year-old 13.2 halflinger mare, $500.
I'll take him.
This one's only $7, Glenn. I mean, it's totally going against my 8-year-old. Same deal. Pancake has less than 10 rides on her. Will trail ride nose to tail, loads cross ties, is sweet when you have food. Will live install or out, loves to go through fence if it doesn't shock her. She is Buddy Sour. Healthy, sound, and up to date on all shots.
I love how this one's weaving in the bad stuff with the good stuff. Just weaving it in. Is Buddy Sour, but healthy, sound, and up to date on all shots. Loves to go through fence if it doesn't shock her.
Ride. Run through the fence. Good if you have food. Pancake has beautiful conformation. Will do hold on. What? Less than 10 rides. Let's remind you what was said in the last paragraph. Pancake has beautiful conformation, will do collected, working, and extended trot.
Wow.
But sorry to say, does not canter, no matter how fast you are going. Could you imagine how teeth chattering that horse would just be when it is trotting? She is super loving when she has a... Sorry.
This is the best ad in a long time.
She is super loving when she has a grazing muzzle on.
Otherwise, she's biting your face off.
She'll bite your face off otherwise. And will follow you around and guilt you into taking it off and then spin and run around to the opposite end of the farm. Pancake is looking for a forever home where her unique personality can be fully appreciated. Like, are they trying to be serious? But then, like, I think they're being sarcastic. But then, like, at the end, I'm like, maybe they're being serious. But then the last one is like, it could be taken as sarcasm. Like, I don't know. It's so good.
Anytime in an ad you see unique personality, you know that's a $500 pony. It's priced right. It is priced right. One last one today, sent in by Roger. 13-year-old mare in Warm Springs, wherever that is. Sierra is a 13-year-old quarter horse.
Suck it up.
13
No punctuation.
God, what is it? That's the theme today. Sierra is a 13-year-old quarter horse mare. Sierra is a very dominant mare. She picks up all 4 feet. She trailers okay. If she has another buddy with her, she stands to be saddled. She also very sure-footed. If you're interested in her, you can text me. Feel free to ask any questions you have, as I'm sure I've left some things out.
Like periods.
Like count it all.
Like punctuation. Spell check. Things like that.
This is another one where they wove in dominant mares in the middle there. She's Buddy Sour.
So hard to absorb what is being said when there's no
yes.
I have no idea what you just read. I know nothing about this horse. I have to go back in my brain and add punctuation while I'm reading it again. Yeah,
it's true.
Crazy.
It's hard. And then when everything's spelled wrong too, it just adds to the confusion.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, you guys, your assignment is to find bad ads. You did well this week.
Well done. You understood the assignment. I still think that you should get the horse with the free trailer. I mean, come on.
First of all, wherever this is close to here, and my guess is that trailer's not going to make it to Florida.
It's going to pull the horse right down safe and sound. Guess. No problem.
And Jennifer really is about, 5'9", so she needs more than a 14-hand Pasifino, I think.
Oh, is that all? Oh, never mind. I'll find her one.
Little, and can be stubborn, which means we ain't getting it into the trailer. Of course, I wouldn't get in that trailer either.
I know, right? I wouldn't get in that thing.
How did they park it? It's against the fence. It's parked between a shed and the fence. I'm not sure how they got it in there.
Like the front of it is I don't even know how they unhooked it.
I don't know. Well, we can't see the front. We don't even know if it has a hitch. So there's that.
I don't think it does. Oh, you're right. They just pushed it.
Yeah, it's so light. They just pushed it in there. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for sending your ads in. You send them in to Jennifer at horseradionetwork.com. We're always looking for ads, so she can always use some more. We appreciate it. Now, reminder, take a screenshot the ad, because if you send her a Facebook ad, by the time she gets there, either one, she's not a member of the room that the Facebook ad's in, or she gets there and it's gone. So just do a screenshot and send the screenshot. That's the easiest way.
And include the name of the page, because I really love that.
Yeah, we like to know where it's at. We didn't have a lot of them where we knew where they're at this week. So send them in. Get yours in for next week. Thank you all for being here with us. Jamie and Debbie will be your co-host on Monday while I'm out getting checked out. So you and Debbie will have a lot of fun. You always do.
Good luck.
So, yeah, and we'll let you know if we survive the whatever kind of storm is showing up. I think the storm's name is Debbie. It is. Isn't that appropriate?
Perfect.
Debbie's filling in on the Debbie Day. That's appropriate. A lot of things just falling in place for this show today. Hang on, auditors. We'll chat for a minute after. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Spay, neuter, and geld.
Tell us about the Olympic sport you liked the best over the weekend. That wasn't horses.